Palma. Oh,
Oh, man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Gloria is open. 3-pointer. Oh, my goodness! He's a jumper by Valenzuela. Caballero has time. Oh, just posterized by Scott.
We begin a brand new week of MPBL action dito sa Alonte Sports Arena in the city of Biñan. Our Monday triple header here para sa ating day, wow, I can't, sa dami ng araw na day 117 ng Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. It's game number 340. RV Bringas and the rest of the Valenzuela City Magic trying to climb up the ladder in the North Division. Parañaque Patriots naman, they're just trying to end their losing streak today. Magkakalaban ng dalawang kupunan na yan. Val City against Parañaque in the first game. Mamaya, it's Pangasinan against Pasig City in the second game. And in the main game, we have a good one. Caloocan Batang Kangkalu, a contender in the north, taking on a contender in the south in the Biñan Tatak Gel. Magandang hapon mga kaliga sa Dev Tupas. Kasama si Javi Palanya, Mika Abisamis will be joining us in a bit. Magandang hapon din sa mga nanonood sa atin sa Facebook and we are on YouTube rather. We are live on Solar Sports mamaya starting at 6 p.m. And Javi, 3 more important games para naman sa Valenzuela. Gusto lang nilang umangat dito sa North Division. Itong Parañaque just trying to salvage some pride this season.
Yeah, itong Valenzuela, they're actually still 3 wins away from the at least a play-in spot in the Northern Division. While Parañaque, they're trying to end games of utility. They're on a 16-game losing streak right now. And they just want to get at least this victory here today to start getting things rolling.
Oo, no? And balikan natin ang mga laro. Last Saturday, we were at the Lucena City Convention Center. Cebu rolling to their 4th straight victory. And here they come in the South Division. Sa next game naman, the Abra Solid North Weavers with another victory. That's 20 straight wins as they beat the Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys. And in the main game, what a win para dito sa Quezon Huskers, overcoming the San Juan Knights. LJ Gonzalez was another, it was another standout performance galing kay LJ.
That was a very big win para sa Quezon Huskers, especially against the San Juan Knights who were trying to get to the #1 spot in the North after Abra won that second game against the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. But wow, what a show of strength in the 4th quarter, lalong-lalo na kay LJ Gonzalez.
Oo, no? Tingnan natin ang ating team standings right now. Quezon solidifying that hold on that #1 spot in the South. 18-4 kanilang record with a game against Nueva Ecija coming this weekend. Ang ibang kupunan natin na maglalaro today, Biñan is at number 6 with a 13-9 record. They can tie Gensan at number 5 with a win. And Parañaque 1-20 ang kanilang record. So they need to end that losing streak. Pero yun nga, no, it's still a tough challenge for them. Val City on the other hand, 5-18 ang kanilang record. Pasig City at number 10 will be in action later on. 8-14 ang kanilang record. Makakalaban nila ang Pangasinan Heatwaves that is trying to get back into the mix there. Kentay Caloocan at number 4 with the win.
Yeah, things are starting to get really tighter and tighter as we wind down the regular season, and all of these teams who are involved in the playoff race and in the play-in race need to get wins as we end the season.
Oh, no. And on the other hand, itong Valenzuela City, there's been one bright spot for them this season. The emergence of John Formento as among the top scorers and the top playmakers in the league. Ito si John Formento. He's been a force this season, and you would hope that he can get more team glory rather than individual accolades, but nonetheless, it's been a great to watch ang kanyang pag-develop into a superstar sa kanyang posisyon dyan sa Valenzuela.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a good start to start getting these numbers despite not getting the team glory that he, I'm sure, is also aspiring for. But this will bring attention to the other teams in the league. So perhaps might be a way for him to get into greener pastures in the future.
Oh, nice springboard para kay John Formento. On the other hand, sa kabilang panig, the Parañaque Patriots, not much to be smiling about, but ito si Shaq Alanes, he's been continuing this solid play para dito sa komunidad na to. You need baskets, you need points. You can rely on Shaq Alanes to deliver that for you. Pero yun nga, hindi na sila pinapalad sa mga panalo.
Yeah, same with John Formento. Ito si Shaq Alanes. He's been getting a lot of good numbers lately, especially na pagpasok niya dito sa Parañaque. We already knew him as an instant bucket, and he continues to do that in his return to the league this season with the Parañaque Patriots. But again, he needs a lot of help around him to help Parañaque even have a chance of winning games.
Oo, sa Parañaque, the trio of Wilson Baltazar, Chris Torrado, Justin Padua, they helped itong si Shaq in the last game. It wasn't enough as they fell to Pangasinan. A heavy defeat again para dito sa Parañaque Patriots that has really marked their season. Tatlong players na yan, si Baltazar, Torrado, and Padua. You would expect to provide more support para dito sa kanilang mga starters like Shaq Alanes.
Well, these guys, they've been getting their numbers, pero ang pinakamalaking problema talaga ng Parañaque this season has been their defense, because they were able to score 76 points in this game against Pangasinan, but they let the Heat Waves score 135. That is too much of a lead. You see here, all these guys got 10 in double figures, but again, the defense has been the problem. So the primary goal for Parañaque here in this game will be to try and get things going on the defensive end.
Chris Torrado right there on your screens, and he will be counted upon to turn things around for the Patriots, and so is Wilson Baltazar. We go to the starters with Richard Tampos.
A pleasant afternoon. It's good to see you again at the Alonte Sports Arena, Bilian City, Laguna. Bringing you the Season 7 of Manny Pacquiao's MPBL. First game of our Monday triple header is Val City versus Parañaque. Now let's carry on the starting lineups. Up first, the Val City Magic. Starting at guard number 8, Brian Lacop. Forward number 39, Kobe Monje. Playing center number 26, J.R. Alabanza. At forward number 5, Andre Guarino. Point guard number 3, John Formento. The head coach is Raymond Valenzuela. Assistant coaches, Juben Ledesma, Errol Francisco, Ian De La Torre, and Lester Alvarez. Assistant team manager, JB Garcia. Team representative, Brian Galantok. Here's for Parañaque Patriots. At guard number 39, Shaq Alanes. Playing center number 34, Lander Cannon. Power forward number 15, Jomar Santos. Also at forward number 6, Wilson Baltazar. And at two guard number 4, Alan Edward Mangajas. They will be led by Melky Villanueva. Assistant coaches Franklin Mancho, Tyron Ruiz, and Syke Miguelino, with Joseph Abaya. Team manager Joed Mendoza. The team owners Jamal
Starting
Vizcarra.
five is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. John Formento, Brian Lacap, J.R. Alabanza, Kobe Monje, and Neil Guarino para sa Val City. Parañaque naman, Shaq Alanes, Alan Mangajas, Lander Cannon, Wilson Baltazar, and Jomar Santos.
It looks like there's not going to be any Nem de la Cruz in this game for the Val City Magic.
Oh, that's one less player to worry about if you're the Parañaque Patriots. But if you see the lineup, marami talaga silang poproblemahin dyan. Monje, Formento, Salem off the bench.
Yeah, you know, the thing with Valenzuela is when we started this season, they actually have a pretty formidable roster. The problem is sometimes it's just really the intensity that has been the problem para sa kanila. They've gotten into games starting off flat. They try to make a run but just really falls short. But this guy, Kobe Monhedo, hasn't been short of that. He has been the one guy who has been very consistent in that aspect, including John Formento. So those two guys have been beacons of light for a Val City Magic team that has been struggling to get wins this season.
May takipang rin Dalawang mintis na yun from close range, but Formento finds Monhe for the first basket of the ballgame.
And if Parañaque continues to play loosely on the defensive end, expect Chan Formento to feast offensively in this game. But that's a good sign for Parañaque with Tweety Santos getting Parañaque on the board with a 3.
Na Tweety Santos able to knock down the 3. That's really his specialty. Guarino will launch it from the outside. No good. Rebound. Nakuha ni Tweety Santos. Had a conversation with Jay Collado na kanina will be playing later on. He was early here in the venue. And pag-usapan namin itong si Tweety Santos nga. Teammate niya dati sa QC. And then they were still known as the QC Capitals in the first season of the MPBL. Kaka-scroll niya daw sa Facebook. Nakita niya yung isang laro na down 20 sila against Caloocan. And then pumutok ito si Tweety Santos. Sangkatutak na 3 points ang pinasok sa second half.
That was a very high-scoring team. That was filled with a lot of offensive talent, yung QC Capital squad na yan. And they were really a run-and-gun squad.
Oo,
Dahil matitinding gwardiya rin dun eh.
Tayong Tong,
Esed Gabo.
Gabo and Alday. Yung trio dun. Of course, hindi, very hard, especially dito sa liga natin, na maraming ding syempre gusto manalo, trying to build around some of those veterans on that team, so nagkawatak-watak na yung team na yun. And ngayon dito si Jomar Santos kakabalik na din dito sa liga. Jay Collado naman, steady na siya doon kay Coach Gerson with Pangasinan.
Oh yeah, he has definitely found a home there. And he really has been looking very fit this season. A huge transformation para kay Jay Collado, which has helped him a lot.
1 meal a day daw.
Yun na nga eh. Tsaka yung pagpayat niya kasi hindi yung mukhang talagang diniprive niya yung sarili niya. Parang, it really was a very thought of decision.
Yeah, in short, pwede.
Pwede. Kaya. Kaya mo.
Parang Lawrence Victorio. Check out this drive galing kay Tweety Santos. Whatever it takes for Tweety.
A nice start to this game for Jomar Santos. He could really be a big boost to the cause here of Parañaque. Maybe build a little help around guys like Shaq Alanes and Wilson Baltazar.
Lock up to Guarino. That's a nice looking stroke.
Actually, yeah, for a big man, he can really stretch the floor. Quite athletic as well. One of the young guns of the Val City Magic.
Baltazar, MPBL champion last season with Pampanga. He scores his first basket. Guarino will try again. Gets it to drop.
Back-to-back hits para kay Neil Guarino. Same spot, same result for the young man.
3-point shot is brought to by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Here's the danger when you allow the big man to get going. The young man scoring 6 points early on here in this ball game. We'll have a timeout. Valenzuela lost to Caloocan last August 9. This was a game they tried to keep it close, Javi, and then umalagwa itong Caloocan in the third quarter.
Yeah, that third quarter was just really crucial in that game against the Batang Cankalube because they only scored 9 points in that period, and they tried to really get things going in the fourth quarter, but it was just too big of a lead to try and overcome para sa Valenzuela City Magic. But some notable performances in that game. John Formento had 17, Nem de la Cruz had 10, but it was really the struggle from the field overall and the turnovers of Valenzuela that did them in sa laro na yun. They only scored 25% from the field, and they allowed the Batang Cancalu 80 field goal attempts in that game.
Here's Alanes, medyo sang layup, rebound, nakuha ni Jomar Santos, already with 7 in the ball game.
7 of the 9 points so far of Parañaque. There hasn't been a lot of defense in this game, just a lot of standing around by both teams.
Alan Edward Mangahas, that's a travel on Wilson.
That's really the trouble when you catch the ball and you already try and step off with the other foot. That's why coaches teach the kids nowadays to jump stop first, and so that you can pick your pivot foot to avoid the danger of being called for a travel.
Since medyo slasher yung laro mo, na katatawagan ka ba ng ganyan?
Bihira.
Bihira.
Na-master ko na yan.
Anong ginagawa mo?
Kasi alam ko, bihira lang makakatira sa labas eh. Kaya gusto ko siguraduhin na pagda-drive ako, hindi talaga
Nakita ko sa graphics ng
travel.
ng nilalaroan yung liga, nilagay yung stats mo eh.
Konti lang naman yun.
Grabe, sabi ko, nasa gitna pa to? Paano nasa gitna tong picture na to?
Pati ako nagulat eh.
Oo, sabi ko, ba, kailangan siguro nila ng celebrity flavor dito sa liga na to. Ibang klase eh. Sabi ko, iba si Aports, 5.8 points per ball game.
Pero nasa gitna.
Pero nasa gitna ng graphics.
Nep. Hindi ako lang kasi pinakamalakas sumigaw dun sa game na yun.
Sabi ko, ba?
Baka kinailangan nila yung pinaka-intense na player. Yan naman talaga ako dun.
Sabi ko, pang ano to, pang inganyo to sa live ng ng Facebook live ng nila, ng liga nila. Baltasar rattles that 3 out. Iwan ni Lakap. Almost a steal by Lander Cannon.
Well, scoring slowing down a little bit at this point. But both teams really trying to quicken up the pace on both sides.
And Chris Torado is in the game.
Now, he will ensure the continuity of the fast-paced game that we have right now, especially for Parañaque. Let's see how this affects the Patriots.
Formento to J.R. Alabanza for 3.
Wow, the three-point shot, very kind of Valenzuela here early on. That's their 4th three-pointer here in this game.
1 with Lakap, 2 with Guarino, and then 1 with Alabanza. Look at Lander Cannons. It's a strong move from Lander Cannon.
Yeah, he's bounced around some teams already here in this league, but here with Parañaque, he has really found a very significant role with the Patriots this year.
20-11. Torado to Baltasar. Rebound nakuha ni JJ Hesalem. Formento. No look pass to Tiburcio, but Lander Cannon says no can do.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. I mean, Lander Cannon may be a little hefty, but he really has good timing on the defensive end, blocking a long and lankier Julius Tiburcio.
Dan Formento. Hesalem will launch it. No, rebound nakuha ni Alanes. Shaq Alanes on the move. Alanes against Bringas. Masyado malakas ang layup. Monje quickly to Formento. John Formento. RV Bringas. Alanes getting back defensively, and he takes the ball away from RV Bringas, and Shaq will lay it in.
Finally, after 2 missed point-blank shots, he's able to make a basket inside the paint after that steal. Bringas was left without a decision there. Kobe Monje was wide open on the elbow.
Tiburcio fakes the pass and puts it in, plus the foul.
Quite tight defense underneath there for Parañaque, but Tiburcio able to make something work here. He was against two defenders in Santos and Cannon, still able to flip it up and in.
Meanwhile, let's bring in the third member of our panel, Miss Mika Abisamis.
Coach Raymond Valenzuela is not just giving up, no. Just yet, it's been a tough run for Valenzuela, but he is still pushing for that play-in situation. They have Parañaque, Davao, Cebu, Manila, Bataan, and Mindoro till the end of the regular season. Teams he believes are somewhat winnable. But because of this goal, minabuti niyang kausapin ang kanyang tatay na si Coach Turco. Ikukwento ko yan sa inyo pagbalik natin dito lang sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
So,
Back at the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Talking about Coach Raymond Valenzuela, Valenzuela still has Parañaque, Davao, Cebu, Manila, Bataan, and Mindoro till the end of the regular season. Teams he believes are somewhat winnable. Because of this goal, minabuti niya to talk to Coach Turo, his father, kahapon daw during Sunday get-together, and asked for some support. We all know the history of Coach Turo in terms of winning. He said, gumamit ka ng laban mentality. When budget, star players were not much of factors before, but raw system and team spirit. Coach Raymond didn't expect a simple advice from one of the most aggressive head coaches ever in this country, but sometimes simplicity is key. Sa Delphin Javi.
thank you so much, Mika. Coach Raymond does not need to look far for advice. He can get it from his dad, the legendary Turo Valenzuela. Wow. And back then, that was all about it. That was basketball. That was all they needed, really.
Yeah,
Yung laban.
and no frills, and not really thinking about anything outside of the game, but just really, I like what Mika said in that report, raw fighting spirit.
That's really at its core. Ganun naman talaga eh. Itong basketball dito
Ayun
sa
na nga.
Pilipinas.
And sometimes that's all you need. It's just a change in mindset, not thinking about anything outside of the game. That just might push you to a different level. It's really all about the desire to play hard when you're inside that court.
Bring us against Lander Cannon. Goes to Hesalem. Pulls up. Short rebound ni Santos. Here comes Torado. Quickly to Castro. Castro will drive. An acrobatic shot doesn't work. Diputado to bring us. Oh, nabitawan ng bola against Cannon. And Chris Torado. With an unmolested layup there, 24-21.
He's turned the ball over a couple of times already here in this first quarter. That has led to Parañaque scoring on the other side.
Bring us against Lander Cannon. This is a great matchup. Hesalem to Tiburcio. Can't get past Santos. The turnaround shot. Masyado malakas. Rebound ni Alanes. Quickly to Torado. Good catch by Torado. And then finds Tweedy Santos for two.
Nice setup there galing kay Chris Torado. That brings Parañaque to within a solitary point.
24-23. Another steal here by Alanes. And Shaq Alanes will score. Parañaque in the lead.
Now Parañaque is showing that defensive intensity that we've been looking for from them this entire season. They're really pressuring up here itong Valenzuela City Magic.
Salem. 2-second differential game clock and shot clock. Torado comes up with the steal. Alanes, masyado malakas ang layup. Bothered by the defense of Tiburcio. Diputado will run out of time.
A little bit sloppy on that layup attempt with Shaq Alanes. I thought he might have taken off a little bit earlier before that shot.
And that will do it for our first period. Guarino with a couple of early threes para dito sa Valenzuela. They were in control for most of the first period, but ito na mga Parañaque doing it on the defensive end, leading to some fast break baskets.
Yeah, the three started to rain down. They had 4 3-point shots in that first quarter, but Parañaque tightened up their defense, pressuring up high, forcing some turnovers on the Magic, which led to baskets on the other side. Shaq Alanes making up for a couple of point-blank misses earlier. And now, Parañaque will enter the second quarter with a 1-point lead.
Pangasinan dealing Parañaque 135-76 defeat in their last game. One of the heaviest defeats of the season for the Patriots, but things looking up for them here. Lamang sila ng isa as we begin the second quarter.
Yeah, plainly just overpowered by the firepower of the Heat Waves in that game. Alin Bulanadi, also one of the guys who really showed out for Pangasinan in his return here to the MPBL, and those 15 threes just really did Parañaque in that game. And just the lack of field goal attempts, they were a -17 in that department and turned the ball over 12 times, which led to a lot of points for the Heat Waves in that game.
Back the other way, Paulo Castro. It's all been layups here para dito sa Patriots, 27-24. As they have turned the intensity up a notch. Bring us inside. He scores as well.
Crafting his way past the defense there, showing some muscle underneath. Ito si RV Bringas. Oh boy, I remember the time that he was a dominant big man in his high school and collegiate years. Tough to stop. Ito si RV Bringas back in the day.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke.
One of the best in open court play. One of the best guards, I still believe, in transition. Ito si Cristorado.
Here's Torado again. He'll drive against Diputado. Nakakuha siya ng foul. 2 free throws coming up.
That speed of his just really blinding when he puts on the jets. Diputado, who's quite a decent defensive player, had a hard time keeping up after that cross jab by Cristorado.
And Papa comes in para kay Lander Cannon.
It's really also the lack of depth in the big man position that has left itong Parañaque with a lot of struggles.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Maraming salamat sa LGR. 11-6-5 ang average ni Cristorado for the season. Trying to split the defense. Nabitawan ng bola. Tiburcio leading the break. Gets it to Diputado, who is fouled by Alan Papa.
Yeah, Papa claiming that he got all ball there, but from where we are sitting, it looks like he caught a little bit of the arm.
They will challenge this.
There's a challenge by Parañaque on the foul of Allen.
Our officiating crew, Manuel Binondo, Ray Gabriel, EJ Carase, and Ron Baluyon. We will be right back.
The Parañaque Patriots, the challenge was unsuccessful. Foul on Allen Papa.
An unsuccessful challenge para dito sa Parañaque. Tignan natin kung ano nangyari dito, Javi.
I see here, Diputado goes up for the shot. Ooh, I thought he got a little bit of the hand there. But yeah, the hand is usually part of the ball.
Yeah. Pero Diputado at the line. Makes the first free throw.
Diputado only had 2 points in that game against the Batang Kangkalu. 0 out of 3 from the field. Made his points from the free throw line where he went 2 out of 4.
Paulo Castro will launch the three. That's off to the left. Nakuha ni Bringas ang rebound. Here comes Bal City. Diputado will drive. It's a tough layup. Rebound. Nakuha ni Torado. Ahead to Castro. Gets it to Papa. A three, and he swishes that one through.
That looked good the moment it left his hands. Nice high looping shot from the left flank. Galing kay Allen Papa.
31-28 for the Patriots. That ball knocked away. Pass was intended to the cutting Tiburcio sa ilalim. Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Allen Papa with a three.
This lineup on the floor for Valenzuela, mainly a defensive unit. Not a lot of scoring on this 5 on the floor for the Magic.
Inside, rebound, Allen Papa. Castro. Nakabuelo. Castro is blocked.
Well, he forced that one there. Castillo was with him all the way to the basket.
See what happened here. Castillo, napayungan niya yung si Castro. Blocked by Hesalem as well. Ito si Castro.
Hasn't been a good start to this game for Paulo Castro. He's been clamped down by the defense here in the second quarter.
Torado not giving up. Sinandola ni Wilson Baltasar. So, it's back up to 5 ang lamang dito ng Parañaque. Diputado from downtown, no good. Rebound. Castro, Papa gets a running start. That's an offensive foul. And Papa.
Yeah, he leaned in there on Castillo. Easy call there, lowering his shoulder on the defense.
(33-28). What is the call?
Is that dribbling violation?
Inbound violation.
Oh,
Inbound.
inbound violation. What? How did that happen? But the ball was already in.
Yeah. Very interesting. Baltasar knocks down the jumper. And the Patriots enjoying their biggest lead of the game at 35-28. 6:34 remaining in the second period. The Patriots are very lively here in the second quarter.
Yeah, something we haven't seen from them a lot this season. But Wilson Baltazar there making this lead 5 for Parañaque. So almost everybody chipping in here for the Patriots.
back at the Lontes Sports Arena in Binyan for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Fans have reasons to lose support for teams down there in the standings, but we have to remember some of these teams have important chess pieces in them that actually matter. Talking about Wilson Baltazar, former Giant Lantern, and Lander Cannon, former Quezon Husker. One thing they have in common? Dubai, where only the best were permitted to go. Today, they are both part of the bottom team, a humbling experience for two men that had the world not so long ago. But they are not giving up just yet, especially on themselves. They are here to prove that they matter anywhere, whether the airplane to Dubai or the bus from Parañaque to Binyan. Sidel Javi.
Wow. Yeah, at least. I think it's very important that, you know, these players go through, you know, something like that and then carry that experience and, you know, strengthen them, you know, strengthen their character to endure some of these tough moments in their career. You know, the team glory is not there, but you know what, the opportunity to play basketball in this country, it's, you know, actually for the very few at this level.
Yeah, tama ka dyan. And just goes to show that you're not always going to be on top. You know, life continues to be a cycle of being up and down, and it sometimes being in these kinds of situations, yama ka dyan, it helps you endure, it teaches you how to strengthen your character, and it just reminds you to be grateful of the blessings that you're given, no matter how big or small.
There's a whistle again on Parañaque.
Oh, offensive foul on Shaq Alanes, using that offhand to ward off his defender. There was an extension of that arm that forced our referees to blow the whistle on the offensive foul. See that here, driving against his Salem, using that right hand to push off before the shot attempt.
Kim Lo able to score inside. Kabila naman, Baltasar misses the three. 38-30. And J.R. Alabanza puts it in, trims the deficit to 6.
Yeah, not much resistance there galing kay Tweety Santos, who just allowed Alabanza that drive into the lane with the right hand. And here, Alabanza now leaking out.
3-on-2. Castillo up top.
Just rises up, athletic finish there para kay Castillo. Nice pass galing kay J.R. Alabanza.
Alan Mangahas did not hit. Formento to Hesalem. Sakto ang pasa, but mintis ang kanyang tira.
A sorry miss galing kay Hesalem. That was a difficult pass to make.
Santos rushed the shot. And in the follow-up, nakakuha siya ng foul on Castillo. Here's the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Again, the lack of another natural center aside from Lander Cannon has greatly deprived Parañaque of another inside presence that will guard the paint and protect the interior.
That's the free throw to drop. And Santos goes back to the bench. Alanes is back on the floor. Lock up in and out on the three. Lander Cannon with the rebound. 39-34. 4 minutes remaining here in the second period. Mangahas looking for Cannon. That's a jump ball forced by J.R. Alabanza.
Alabanza has been one of the best defensive players this year, individually at least.
John Formento goes to Monje. Kobe Monje for three. Castillo goes up high for that rebound. He gets another crack at it. Misses both.
This Magic team has a few very athletic young guns on their team. Monje, Castillo, Guarino. These guys can be building blocks for the future for the Magic if they can keep them.
Cannon. Good strong attack. Very aggressive lander cannon.
That's exactly how you go inside and try to attempt a shot against a stellar shot blocker in JR Alabanza.
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
It's not a lot of pressure galing kay Santos there. Quite an easy shot attempt para kay JR Alabanza.
Cannon gets the second free throw to drop. Lockup out to Alabanza. Inside JR, he gets fouled. Merong free throws coming up.
Yeah, very aggressive finding his shot here in the second quarter. This is JR Alabanza already with 5 points and 4 rebounds. Really tried to take it to Lander Cannon on that instance.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Isang pangalawa. 35 to 40. Baltasar is denied by Alabanza.
The best shot blockers in the league this season, averaging almost 2 blocks per game. It is JR Alabanza.
The Patriots converting a 3. It's still an 8-point advantage. Monhe back to lockup. A 3, yes. Brand lockup was a nice looking stroke. I think he should take more of it.
Yeah, he hasn't been getting a lot of playing time this season for Valenzuela. Whoa, that is a shot from way downtown.
Parañaque, probably one of their best offensive games of the season here, Javi.
Oh yeah, I mean for both teams actually. Being able to score this much with still a lot of time here in the first half. See here, Monhe kicks it out. Still a lot of time on the shot clock, but that was an open look. Impossible for Brian Lackup not to take it. But here, Shaq Alanis from a few feet away from the three-point line, taking it straight away.
46 to 38. John Formento, 2 for 2. Two minutes remaining. That's a miss from Tweety. Castillo could not handle the pass. No, Guarino rather.
It's a little bit too forward there para kay Guarino. Magkahawig sila ni Castillo eh.
Oo, nalilito nga ako eh.
Same body type, same hair.
Alan Mangahas will shoot. In and out. Rebound. Lander Cannon. Good tap by Santos. Agawan sa rebound. Baltazar. Yes.
Even on the offensive glass, Parañaque able to make things happen.
Alan Edward Mangahas. The 3. Not a lot of arc on that shot, pero sakto-sakto.
Patusok na patusok. At Mangahas, he loves that spot, that top of the circle 3.
Guarino again. No good this time. Alabanza too strong. Monhe gets it to go.
Nobody really boxing out there for Parañaque, which allowed Valenzuela multiple looks at the basket.
Alanes able to draw the foul on lockup. 43 seconds remaining here in the second period.
Alanis is very good at baiting a foul on his defender.
It's been, the difference has been in intensity. I don't think there's a lot of difference in the ability on the floor, Javi. Free throw the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances. Ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
Yeah, and so far, Parañaque has really showed us more in that aspect of this game. Trying to get to those loose balls, faster than Valenzuela. But here Formento showing us that difference in intensity for Valenzuela. Maybe he should really try and show the way for his squad, who have been slowed down a bit here in the second quarter. They were in control early in this game, but again, Parañaque turning up a notch their play on the floor. Defensively, they have been trying to lock down Valenzuela, and offensively, they've really looked to attack the basket.
12 points na para kay Shaq Alanes, averaging 14.4 per ball game.
He had 18 in that huge loss to Pangasinan, the top scorer of that game for Parañaque.
It's a 10-point lead for the Patriots. High-scoring first half. Down to 20 seconds, 4-second differential game clock and shot clock. Formento. Both teams already in penalty. Gets it to Lockup. That's a three, and Brian Lockup. We were not joking when we said he should be taking more of that. Alanes will run out of time. And that will do it. First half in the books here in Binyan. Tweety Santos and the Parañaque Patriots, for a change, they are on top. Santos with 10 points and 5 rebounds in the first 20 minutes of action, as Parañaque holds on to a 7-point lead, 54-47. We'll be right back.
Nakan.
Coach, feel ko pinapakitaan kayo.
Nagsidagol. Fade away, one-hander.
James Sena, 15 points in this game, and he is featured in our Gixer Great Move of the Game, Born for Greatness.
This has to be the play of the game.
Oh yeah.
Put it in the top 10. Number 10. Tapos Coach Egay. Reaction ni Coach Egay. Pero mo, yumuyo ko, natawa yan eh. Yumuyo ko.
Back to PJ. Against Joshua Yero. Gets past him and rolls it in. Cuts the lead down to 11.
What a finger roll by PJ. Getting past a couple of black shirts and scooping it up. Ibang klase yung finger roll na yun. Off-legged pa. Pero again, stretch na rin kasi yung mileage ng ibang players dito sa Cagers. Eh, no? Oh, what a finish!
Oh, Ramos had to improvise there. At he did that in successful fashion para sa Muntinlupa Cagers. A little run here being made by the guys in blue.
You know what I like about that? He was clearly decided that I'm going to challenge this defense of JJ Pido. And what I like also about it is immediately after he made that shot.
First basket of the game.
Kumayod siya doon at apat ulit ang lamang sa Mindoro. Dipsido from Alfred Flores.
Very shifty yung galawan na yan na si Flores.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Pactalio attacks, fakes off his defender. Wow, able to sneak that one through.
Oh man, that's what you miss about a Mactalio, you know? Guys will always say, you know, when you see Mactalio with the ball, he always is gonna find a way to score. And right here, you know, scoop underneath.
Yabing, balik kay Alfred Flores. Malayo ito, galing sa tres! On net! Gutsy shot from Alfred Flores.
I gotta wake myself up. Parang feeling ko, linggo pa rin eh. Naalala ko pa rin si Noy Remocat.
Alfred Flores has come alive here.
Was the first assistant, and then they brought in Coach Onak Magtulis and Coach Richard De La Rosa.
Oh,
Both of
okay.
their teammates during their championship run before. Whoa.
Where did that come from?
Somebody's letting out a lot of rage.
They've had enough of turnovers. Ball got stolen, but not this time. More of Art and J-Boy Solis on the floor at the same time. Good cut.
Mactalio with a reverse.
That to me is really just understanding basic spread offense basketball. See this right here. Ball on the post. That weak side guy, 45, has to cut. And how about that control of Mactalio?
Gixer, great move of the game. Born for greatness.
coughs up the ball. 2 seconds remaining. Calo steps into a free! Knocks that one down to beat the buzzer! What a night for Eman Calo. May duda pa ba?
May isang quarter pa, pwede pa magbago isip natin. Pero sa quarter na ito, hindi magbabago ang isip natin that Emad Calo was definitely the best player.
Ah, parang wala lang, ha? Talagang umiling-iling pa. Highlights of the game brought to you by
Masama pa yung loob.
the official hydration partner. Kani, left corner shot, no.
What a
Minus
rebound.
climbing the ladder, puts it back in. And a foul whistle on Mindoro.
Say it with your chest, Mr. Minus. After a beautiful play for the second chance, tulad nga nung sinabi mo, inakyat yung mataas na hagdanan. Hindi lang yun, umangat pa ng malakas. 3-point play pa ang kasama.
Halftime here at the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Parañaque with a 7-point lead against the Valenzuela City Magic. The Patriots shooting better from the field and showing us a lot more chemistry offensively. 17 assists and 24 fast break points. The defense has been non-existent for Valenzuela.
Yeah, there has been a lot of difference in the game of Parañaque today. Valenzuela showed that in the first few minutes of this game, but then they started to taper off and the Patriots took advantage of that, turned up their level of intensity on both ends of the floor, and the shots just started falling para sa kanila. Shaq Alanis with a big first half. He had 13 points. Tweety Santos, he set the tone for the Patriots, and everybody else chipping in their own little way for Parañaque sa laro na to.
Well, Brian Lakap had 3 triples in that first half. Finished with 9 points, and Formento backing him up with 8. And Alanis, Santos, 13 and 10 respectively, and Castro and Mangajas with 8 and 6 points. So really, it's up to Valenzuela now on how to, you know, change up this ball game, because they have really coasted through that first half.
Yeah, I think it's time for John Formento to start taking control of this game. He has been relatively passive, trying to defer a lot to his teammates, although he has 8 points, but I feel like he has to have the ball in his hands more here in the third quarter, trying to really set the tone and control the pace of this game.
We're just about ready to begin, and Alanis, Torado, Baltasar, Cannon, and Santos para dito sa Parañaque. Alanis goes for the 3. That won't drop. Castillo, Formento, Monje, Bringas, and Lakap, the 5 for Valenzuela. Lakap feeling it. That is his 4th triple of the ball game, and he pulls Val City to within 4.
And he's only missed once from the outside, so now 4 out of 5 from downtown. And now they force a steal.
And the foul given up by Lander Cannon on the drive by Kobe Monje.
A little bit late on the challenge there was Lander Cannon. Now unahan siya tumalon dun ni Kobe Monje. A good drive to the basket. Here the 3-point shot from the left corner. Good setup late on the closeout was Parañaque. And Lakap continuing his impressive shooting in this game for Val City.
Monje, 2 for 2. A 5-0 run to start the third para dito sa Valenzuela. Lander Cannon. Banging bodies with RV Bringas. The foul on RV.
Oh, he really has been relishing this matchup in this game. Ito si Lander Cannon. When he sees RV Bringas on him on the block, he takes it one-on-one, tries to body him up, backing him down. And here in this instance, able to draw the foul. And so far in this matchup of theirs, Cannon has had the slight edge. 4 points and 8 rebounds, plus a couple of assists, Bringas only with 2.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Formento can't hit. Rebound nakuha ni Lander Cannon. The 3 from Shaq Alanis. Formento with the answer on the other end.
A couple of threes to start the third quarter for Valenzuela. Now it's just a 1-point lead for the Patriots.
Valenzuela, now it's Parañaque yung getting too casual with the basketball. No, Jomar Santos just walking back. He's looking for a call.
Now a change in roles here in the third quarter. Valenzuela now the aggressor here in transition. Valenzuela locating John Formento. That was Kobe Monje with a pass. Earlier in the first half, Parañaque dominated the fast break points department 24-8. But here in the third quarter, Valenzuela has been the one trying to push the rock, attacking the inside, getting a lot of paint touches, and then kicking it out to their shooters.
Inside Torado. Oh, that's a tough shot.
Guy definitely plays bigger than his height. Among the land of the Giants, still able to make that reverse. But here, John Formento making another basket here in the third quarter, this time from the elbow inside the arc.
Well, we are tied at 58 here.
Alan Baba replacing Lander Cannon.
Both teams now going back and forth. Valenzuela trying their best to push Parañaque past their limit, and a turnover forced there.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Tied at 58. Chance dito para sa Valenzuela to regain the advantage. Bringas sa ilalim. No. The foul on Baltasar on the follow-up.
Unable to take advantage of that matchup against slightly smaller Jomar Santos. But still able to draw the foul.
Bringas sinks the first free throw. To 58, 1 for 2 para dito kay RV Bringas.
Oh, patient move underneath there by Allen Papa. Got Monhe up in the air. Castillo is there to rotate and help. But Papa continued to stick it with him with a couple more fakes. Draws the foul and makes the basket.
Papa trying to complete the three-point play. He does. Lamang ng dalawa ang Parañaque. 61 to 59. Formento for the lead. No. Rebound Castillo. Masyado malalim para kay Castillo. Papa. That's off RV Bringas. Bola mananatili sa Parañaque. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Papa will drive. Masyado malakas. Iba na ko ni Monhe. They have to take off Jomar Santos here.
Yeah, he looks like he's gassed.
Yeah.
He has a big
knock up. Oh, turning out to be the best sharpshooter para dito sa Val City here in this ball game, already with 5 triples.
And only missed 1 from the outside. Monhe being the guy who's been setting up their shooters here in the third quarter. He's given passes to both Lakap and Formento for those open looks from the outside.
Tweety Santos, na-reward siya for staying behind. Ganyan yung ginagawa ko para hindi na... para madali makashoot eh.
Cherry picker.
Oh, we're tied again at 62.
Yan pala ang sikreto mo, kaya ka maraming puntos parate.
Oh, don't defend and then wait for the ball.
Puntos ka na, nakapagpahinga ka pa. No?
Tama. Santos for 3. Yes, ita mo? Nakapagpahinga sa depensa. Ngayon, nakakashoot na naman.
Kanina kasi talagang di na bumababa talaga dahil kala ko pagod na eh. Yun pala, yun lang pala yung kailangan eh.
14 points na para kay Tweety Santos. Bringas adds 2 more points to his tally. Papa with a finish. 67 to 66. John Formento goes around the world, finds Lakap, and has missed a couple here. Bringas with a stick back, 68 to 67. Alanis splits the double team and gets it to drop.
It's a very crafty ball handler ito si Shaq Alanis. May not have the flashiest of moves, but he uses those angles really well. Really trying to find an opening. There, he split the defense, broke it in two, and was able to find that opening for the basket.
Padua returns for Jomar Santos. Shaq Alanis at the line. 17 points, 33 rebounds, and 8 assists to go with the 3 steals.
He's on pace for 20 or more in this game.
70-68. Ang ating tala dito, Monje has it. Drives middle, draws the contact on Padua, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws.
I look forward to the day when Kobe Monje gets to hit that mid-range jumper and that long-range shot on a consistent basis. He's going to be very tough to stop when that happens. I mean, he's able to hit that now, but really very occasionally only. His greatest strength is his athleticism, his nose for the ball, and his defense. But the offensive game starting to flourish.
70-69. Baltazar goes to Alanes. 8 seconds to work with. Shaq. Salem lost the handle. Padua will challenge the defense of Alabanza. And Alabanza wants a review.
Padua went for the reverse instead of just going straight up. Tried to see if he could get some contact there. There looked to have been some contact, but let's see from the replay later on.
A challenge here from Coach Raymond. We will be right back.
Ibal City's challenge was unsuccessful. Foul on Jerry Alabanza. That's his third.
It's an unsuccessful challenge. Para dito sa Valenzuela, they will lose that challenge, and there's a contact on the hand after.
Clearly tapped him on the wrist. Smart move by Padua to go for that reverse.
Padua. Unang free throw, di pumasok. And then a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. 0 for 2 for Padua.
Quite an unorthodox release there. He bends first and then puts the ball up.
Monje goes to Formento. That's a 3. That won't go. Rebound ni Papa. Papa looks ahead. Finds Torrado to the corner. Castro leans in. Bank shot. In and out. Back the other way. Valenzuela. Salem. 3. No. Castillo rebound. Goes up high for that stick back.
If you don't put a body on him, he's gonna sky for those rebounds. Really a high flyer. Ito si Castillo.
It's a block by Alabanza. Salem, another 3. It won't drop. Rebound, Papa. Torrado will challenge the defense of Castillo. And if you're a smaller guard, perhaps na-master mo na yung galaw na yan every time you face off with a taller defender.
Kailangan yan because that puts the defense off timing to challenge your shot. You really have to draw some contact first. Lean in with your body a bit, make sure it's not going to be an offensive foul, and go up for the shot.
John Formento. That's the roll. 75-74. Under 3 minutes to play. Castro will launch it. Papa, the offensive rebound. He stepped on the line.
It hasn't really been a good shooting day for Paulo Castro in this game. He's had some shots na linuluwa na lang parate.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Na-master mo na rin siguro yan, no?
Ay, hindi. Na-master ko magmintis. Pag ganyan. Hirap kasi yung ganyan na ngayon. These days, sabi, hirap na mag-basketball.
Have recent events made you
Yeah.
change your mind about playing basketball?
I'm taking my talents to other sports.
Like pickleball?
Maybe. Or pwede rin golf.
Golf nandun ka na eh.
Oo, pero
Balita ko rin, you're a stellar golf player. Ah.
minsan, on good days, there are good days and there are bad days. But syempre, sports keeps us active. Syempre, ganyan yung importante dito eh.
Yeah, and you know, that's pretty much what keeps us alive every day.
78-74. The turnaround na hinahanap natin from the Magic is happening here in the third quarter. Salem knocks down the 3 to extend the lead to 4.
Yeah, he finally hits something from outside after missing a bunch of threes. Third quarter now down to 1 minute and 35. 4-point lead for the Magic.
That's a Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. Welcome back dito sa Alonte Sports Arena in the city of Binyan. This will be the site of our All-Star game this year on September 6. Brian Lakap with 15 points on 5 of 8 shooting from beyond the arc. Also has a couple of assists.
He's been one of the difference makers here in the third quarter. A couple of threes here in this period after scoring 9 points in the first half. Also built on 3-pointers, 3 threes for him in those first 2 periods.
Castro, the teardrop, gets it to go.
He knows he's missing a lot on his jumper, so he's trying to take it inside.
Diputado. It's it to Guarino. Law inside. There's a foul on Kim Law after that miss.
A little bit wild on the shot attempt. The move was good. Able to get into the paint inside near the basket. Pero medyo nasobrahan yung kanyang layup attempt here. Nice little teardrop over J.R. Alabanza by Paulo Castro.
Justin Padua missed a couple of free throws earlier. He's back at the line. So missing on the first. One for 2 for Padua.
Parañaque having some troubles from the free throw line here in this game. 12 out of 21.
Potado. Law inside, blocked by Mangajas. Law gets it back. The kick out to Hesalem. The step back 3 from JJ. No. It will go back to Parañaque. 1-point lead for Val City. Chance for Parañaque to retake the lead here. They led by as many as 11 in this ball game. Castro will pull up from the free throw line, and Paulo Castro knocks it down, and the lead is back with the Patriots.
Now starting to gain a rhythm here. Ito si Paulo Castro.
10 seconds remaining. Both teams in penalty. Diputado with a crossover. Lets Elorde fly by and rattles the 3 home.
Oh, this has to be one of the best shooting performances of Valenzuela from the outside this season. 11 three-pointers already for the Magic in this game.
Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Lakap had a couple of three-pointers to set the stage for this comeback of Valenzuela.
And then Chris Torrado trying his best to stay aggressive, especially in the open floor for Parañaque. They've been keeping close here after being the ones in control in the first half. Just a 2-point lead for the Magic heading into the final frame.
That's our fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Welcome back to the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan. First of 3 games ngayong Lunes. A brand new week of MPBL action. Tuloy-tuloy lang po ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. So we're coming to a gym near you every time.
Parang kailan lang nagsimula tayo sa Capital Arena sa Ilagan. Pero ngayon, we're almost winding down the regular season.
Yeah, we are at day 117. Low inside, Mintis. Medyo inayaan siya ni Alan dun.
He took a gamble there, Alan Mangahas. Actually paid off. Medyo na ilang siguro scheme lo, nabigla siya na libre bigla.
And Papa again. Oh, you know, if the Magic are entertaining thoughts of getting into that play-in, they really need to turn it up a notch here in the 4th quarter.
Oh yeah, especially because they cannot stay this inconsistent as they were in their previous games if they are to make it into the play-in tournament, because things are really much more different in that kind of atmosphere. So the habits that they have to form have to start here and now.
That they have gotten the ball rolling here in the 4th quarter. Couple of three-pointers. Salem and then Diputado. Papa drives, bank shot, won't go. Diputado gets it to Hesalem, another 3, no. Diputado back the other way. And Mangahas has stayed behind defensively. Now has to get back. Guarino will fire. And Papa secures the rebound for Parañaque.
No, he has not been able to hit anything after those 2 threes to start the game. It was Neil Guarino.
Castro. The runner. Hindi pumasok. Rebound. Nakuha kay Alec Elorde.
Getting some burn here. Ito si Alec Elorde, one of Parañaque's homegrown players.
$87-85. Alabanza inside. Yes.
This defensive coverage there from Parañaque. Some miscommunication. Nobody on JR Alabanza.
Alabanza gets a running start. Goes to Hesalem. Corner 3 from JJ. And he will not miss for long. JJ Hesalem, 7-point lead. Elorde loses the handle. There's a whistle going against Valenzuela.
Aggressive drive to the hole there para kay Alec Elorde. Did not sell for the outside shot. Even if he was able to make a corner 3 earlier. Saw the defense was not quite set yet, but here Alabanza given space by Padua, who was inches away from him. And then on the other side, the ensuing play, Alabanza, siya rin na nag-set up dito kay JJ Jesalem.
Elorde makes the first free throw. Torado, or the runner, rebound nakuha ni Alabanza. Atake ni Diputado, got it. Diputado again, masyado malakas. Alabanza not happy. Back the other way, and Paulo Castro gets it to drop. This is not a nice game to watch. You know why? All of them, pag nagmimintis or hindi nakakuha ng tawag, they're all staying behind and complaining.
Exactly. That's what's
Hindi
been
magandang
happening.
example sa mga bata. You know?
Mismo.
Their Alabanza. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Extreme Magpalamig, free installation for split type air conditioners.
Because this is a professional basketball game. Hindi to papawis runs lang.
Oo. Yun lang yun eh. Medyo, you know, the reaction and the body language sometimes. But, because you expect better, of course.
Of course, syempre. They have to realize that a lot of people are actually watching them, especially those young kids who aspire to be like them. And if they play, or actually if they just show this kind of attitude on the court, that rubs off on the kids. You know, that gives them the idea na okay lang pala gawin yun.
Actually, both ways eh, no, Javi? No? Meron dito frustration sa kabila, may frustration din.
Oo, pareho sila eh.
Torado, nakawala. Challenged by Castillo, that forced the miss. Alabanza gets it to Diputado. Attacks the closeout. Diputado. Yan ang dapat nyong sundin. Yung galaw na yan.
Aggressive drive to the hoop. Diputado has been putting up a lot of points here in the fourth quarter. He has taken over this game.
The play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Usually regarded more as a defensive type of player. Ito si Rev Diputado, but already with 15 points here after that free throw. Despite not having John Formento on the floor, Valenzuela has taken consolation from Rev Diputado's strong play.
Torado off the bounce. 101-92. Valenzuela na ang nasa may lamang dito. Diputado gets away, and he's just been playing to his strengths here, and really just attacking what the defense, or none of it.
Yeah, close to none. Actually, none at all inside coverage here. Tweety Santos was there to try and block him off, but nobody helping him out behind. Santos going for that swipe. Diputado just getting past him. It is now an 11-point lead for the Magic.
Valenzuela City, really their next 3 games, gut check time para sa kanila. Cebu on August 23, that's on Saturday. September 30, that's August 30. Mga kalaban nila ang Davao Occidental, and then August 12 rather, yung Mindoro. So really the next 3 games will determine how they'll finish the regular season, kung may play-in ba or wala.
You're right, and they're 3 wins away so far currently. this game, if they finish it strong, they're going to have it in the bag, and that's going to allow them to climb up and get closer to Pasig, who is holding the number 10 spot currently in the Northern Division at this moment.
103 to 92. Diputado sends it to Castillo inside.
They're just having their way, getting inside the paint. Nothing much happening defensively for Parañaque. They're just trying to shoot their way out of this. But I'm telling you, with the lead is huge, at this point, mahihirapan sila makabalik because the time's starting to tick away para sa kanila, especially Valenzuela continues to hit their shots.
15th triple para dito sa Magic. 108 to 92 is the count.
Inside, outside, you name it, Valenzuela just able to knock down their baskets. Diputado and then Monje. You also have Castillo bringing in some help.
You know, those point-blank misses have really hurt Parañaque kasi di sila nakaka-stop sa kabila eh.
Yeah, and it's a pity because they were in some good shape during the first half while Valenzuela took a step back, but the Patriots just tapered down here in the third and fourth quarters. That's a leak out once again, but this time for Parañaque.
Off a basket.
Yeah,
Off a made basket.
They just continue to go back and forth here.
Parang papawis lang eh.
Kaya natin maglaro sa laro na to eh.
Talaga?
Oh.
110 to 94.
Baka makapag...
A lot of standing around for me, Javi,
Yes.
for sure.
No, that's what they're doing. That's why we can do that too. Kaya natin mga 10 points or more dito.
The Assist of the Game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Mas intense pa yung mga liga na nilalaroan ko eh.
Alam mo, yung katabi ko dito, iba to pag naglalaro ah. Intense ito maglaro.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of disappointed with this kind of body language on the court.
Yeah. 111 to 94. Baltazar knocks down the 3. Tingnan natin if Parañaque can muster more points here and generate some stops to keep it interesting.
Oh, they're gonna have to do it quickly.
Ooh. That's an offensive foul on Bringas.
He really has tried to take things personally here against Lander Cannon in this game, but Cannon has actually had the edge in their matchup this afternoon.
111 to 97. Now City on their way. Alanes will miss. Rebound. High arcing 3 from Tweety. Won't go. Rebound again by Alanes. He stepped on the line.
Oh, that's a rare second chance opportunity for Parañaque here in the second half when they actually had more second chance points in the first half, 9-5. It's been a different story here in the second half. Total flip of roles between these two squads. Valenzuela now the aggressor, while Parañaque has mostly gone through the motions and let the Magic get inside, score points easily. Then the three-point shots have also been falling para sa kanila. They're only averaging 7 3-point makes this season. But now, this afternoon, they have 15 in total.
Gristorado lays it in. 111 to 99. SLM. Bringas. 10 on the shot clock for RV. Turn around. Hindi pumasok. Rebound nakuha ni Alanes. Takbo ang Parañaque. Alanes. Dire-diretso. No! Baltazar. The one-hander gets it to drop.
Alanes has missed a bunch of layups in this game.
Putado gets it across. Nandun si Baltazar. Cannon knocks that ball away.
Oh, well, now they're trying to trap. I would have expected earlier pressure defense from Parañaque. It's going to be quite hard to overcome this
I wonder
10-point
bakit
lead.
na-tape yung jersey ni RV Bringas. O wala nang nananatili sa ano?
Napunit si
Valenzuela. Val City Basketball.
Oo nga, no, may tape dun sa may ilalim ng braso niya.
Castillo. Diputado now. Torado will get the 2 points. Down to 8 ang lamang dito.
Timeout, Val City Magic.
Val City sues for time. 53 seconds remaining. Check out this turnover. And Parañaque finding Chris Torado for the 2 points.
Yeah, Val City just ought to make sure that things don't go far back here in this game, trying to hold on to this lead.
Chris Biton of Caloocan, Mike Mabulak of Pangasinan. I don't think they will be in action later. Particularly si Mike Mabulak, kakagaling na injured to in the last game. No? Next 3 games ng Parañaque, they can play spoiler against Bataan, Quezon City, and Rizal. Coach Melky Villanueva having the tough task for this roster na makapagpakitang gilas kahit sa dulo ng season natin.
Yeah, it's really so tough to be at the helm of a team that's been struggling, that's on a 16-game losing streak. They have not won in the last 3 months. It's been a lot of futility, a lot of difficulty, and mainly a lot of problems para sa kanila. And no matter what you do as a coach, sometimes it's really up to your players to respond.
Bringas drives. RV inside. He is blocked by Cannon. Was there a foul?
No, I don't think they called a foul. They didn't. Cannon got all ball. Cannon even wanted them to review it.
Inside. Will that count?
No, I think
foul.
there was a foul. Yeah, there was a foul against Parañaque. And that just might ensure Valenzuela the victory here, because that leaves Parañaque with only 25 seconds to overcome this lead.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Alanes got it. Only 18 seconds remaining, and Valenzuela will not take a shot anymore. 24 points para kay Shaq Alanes.
Yeah, and Valenzuela climbing up in the team standings with her 6th victory this season. Now getting closer to number 10 Pasig in the Northern Division. Big win para sa kanila, and they now tying Quezon City in terms of wins.
Yeah, and Val City still keeping their hopes alive for a spot in the play-in tournament with this victory over Parañaque. It took a while for them to get going, but this guy right here, Rev Diputado, finishing with 19 points, sparking that second half breakaway. He's their best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. 113 to 105 para sa Val City Magic. They prevail over the Parañaque Patriots here in Binyan. So huge win para sa Valenzuela. Parañaque, the losing streak continues for them as they still are languishing in the bottom of the South Division. Valenzuela naman, some hope pero a lot of improvement still expected from Valenzuela.
Yeah, for sure. They cannot just settle for these kinds of victories. They have to continue to level up.
Let's go to Mika Bisamis.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Jess. 19 points ka pero 14 points ka sa fourth quarter na halos dinala mo na nga para ikaw ang makapagsimula nung lamang nyo. Kumusta ka pagkatapos ng laro ito?
Okay naman na nakuha namin yung panalo. Actually, bad start kami. Kailangan namin makabawi sa second half. Yun, kailangan namin manalo para may chance pa kami sa play-in.
Napag-uusapan yung play-in, no? Yan din ang topic namin ni Coach Raymond kanina. Para sa'yo, no, sa personal na opinion mo, ano pa ba yung mga kailangan gawin para maitawid natin yun?
Siguro kailangan namin i-improve yung defense namin para makuha namin yung mga next game.
Maraming salamat. Sino mga gusto mong batiin at pasalamatan?
Unang-una, thank you Lord sa panalo. Binabati ko pala yung family ko, Pagtalunan family, Diputado family, asawa ko, at saka kay Kambal. And sa sponsor namin, Paris, tsaka DCG Steel, and kay Boss Brian, and Boss Al, and Boss Den.
Maraming salamat, Jess Diputado. This best play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Sidaf and Happy.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And congratulations sa Valenzuela winning over Parañaque. Up next, Pasig City against Pangasinan. We will be right back here at the Lonte Sports Arena in Binyan.